Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handed
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. They'll throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And 3.
A play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Gain on the play.
And it's 3rd down. They run it with Carson. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
17-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They will run again with Coleman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Right there in the middle, 55. It's been a long day for you.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. This will be caught just inside the 10. Call it no gain there on the first down play. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
2nd and 9 now. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
He's coming.
He may try and run for this. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Sort of interesting going with the draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
Yeah, instead brings up a tough 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Walker Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 36-yard.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
2-yard line.
It's Coleman here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Walker.
He'll find Metcalf. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Now Walker. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
To throw is Walker. Making the catch, it's Winfrey. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Seahawks on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Walker. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped at his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
26.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
44-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
3 yards to gain there, second down.
At the 47-yard line.
And that's complete to Swain. And he's got this down to the 35. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
First down.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term